It starts with something small. Not a luxury car, not a wild purchase, not one giant financial mistake. Just a better chair. The old chair still works, but now your back hurts after long hours. So you buy a nicer one. It feels reasonable. It feels adult. It feels like taking care of yourself. Then the desk looks a little cheap beside it. The lamp suddenly feels too dim. The room starts looking unfinished. So another small upgrade appears, then another, and another. Nothing feels reckless while it is happening. That is the trap. Many people do not go broke from one dramatic decision. They get quietly drained by hundreds of tiny upgrades. Each one has a reason. Each one sounds responsible. Each one feels like progress. But together, they raise the price of your normal life. Not because you are careless, because your definition of normal keeps moving. A better coffee becomes the regular coffee. A premium app becomes the basic tool. A nicer room becomes the minimum standard. A newer phone becomes the phone you feel you need. The upgrade does not only change the object, it changes the baseline. And once the baseline moves, the old life feels smaller. This is where the money starts disappearing quietly. The strange part is that these purchases rarely feel like spending. They feel like self-improvement. They feel like comfort. They feel like finally treating yourself properly. And sometimes they are. A good chair can help. A better mattress can matter. A useful subscription can save time. A cleaner room can reduce stress. The problem is not one upgrade. The problem is when every discomfort becomes a shopping signal. You feel tired, so you upgrade the coffee. You feel bored, so you upgrade the room. You feel behind, so you upgrade the phone. You feel unproductive, so you upgrade the app. You feel ordinary, so you upgrade the image. Soon, your money is not just paying for things. It is paying to escape a feeling. That small difference matters, because needs have limits. But feelings can keep expanding. There is always a slightly better version. There is always a cleaner setup. There is always a faster device. There is always a more comfortable option. There is always a premium plan waiting above the free one. At first, the upgrade feels like freedom. Then it quietly becomes maintenance. Now you must maintain the upgraded version of your life. The better room needs better decorations. The better phone needs better accessories. The better wardrobe needs better shoes. The better apartment needs better furniture. The better lifestyle needs better habits. And each habit has a price. Not all at once, just slowly enough to feel normal. This is why tiny upgrades are hard to notice. They do not attack your budget like an emergency. They enter politely. They arrive with good explanations. They come dressed as improvement. Nobody feels irresponsible while buying a better pillow. Nobody feels foolish while choosing the premium plan. Nobody feels reckless while ordering better coffee after a hard week. But money does not care how justified something sounds. It only records what left. A small monthly subscription still leaves. A small delivery fee still leaves. A small room upgrade still leaves. A small convenience still leaves. Then the month ends. And somehow, the paycheck feels smaller than it should. Not because one monster expense appeared, because many tiny doors stayed open. This is the quiet math of lifestyle creep. Your income may rise. Your taste may rise with it. Your comfort standards may rise with it. Your expectations may rise with it. But your savings may not rise at all. The outside looks better. The inside feels more pressured. You own nicer things, but you feel less flexible. That is a dangerous trade. Because the upgraded life can become a cage with soft cushions. It even looks responsible from the outside. But if every nicer thing adds a fixed cost, freedom shrinks. The chair is not the issue. The app is not the issue. The coffee is not the issue. The phone is not the issue. The issue is the pattern. One upgrade creates a new standard. The new standard makes old things feel unacceptable. Then another upgrade looks necessary. This is not always about vanity. Sometimes it is about exhaustion. A tired person does not want a financial lecture. A tired person wants relief. A tired person wants life to feel a little easier. So the upgrade feels like kindness, and in that moment, it may be, but repeated relief can become an expensive routine. A better coffee does not fix burnout. A nicer room does not fix a draining schedule. A premium app does not fix unclear priorities. A newer phone does not fix feeling behind. It only gives a short feeling of control. Then the deeper problem waits in the same place. So you upgrade again. That is the loop. You are not buying only quality. You are buying a moment where life feels less heavy. This is why the language matters. When we call something spending, we question it. When we call it upgrading, we praise it. Spending sounds suspicious. Upgrading sounds smart. Spending sounds wasteful. Upgrading sounds deserved. Spending sounds like losing money. Upgrading sounds like becoming better. So the word upgrade protects the purchase from inspection. It gives the decision a clean costume. And once the decision feels morally good, it becomes harder to challenge. You are not wasting money. You are investing in yourself. You are not increasing expenses. You are building a better life. You're not consuming more. You are finally choosing quality. Sometimes that is true, but not always. And the difference can be expensive. A real investment should improve your life beyond the purchase moment. It should solve a clear problem. It should reduce friction. It should support something important. It should keep making sense after the excitement fades. A fake upgrade mostly improves the feeling of buying it. The object arrives. The box opens. The room looks fresher. The app feels powerful. The coffee tastes special. Then the emotion fades. But the cost remains. This is where many people get confused. They think regret means the purchase was bad. But the real sign is not regret. The real sign is dependency. Can you still enjoy the simpler version? Can you still use the old option without feeling embarrassed? Can you still skip the upgrade without feeling deprived? Can you still feel okay when life looks normal? If the answer is no, the upgrade changed more than your stuff. It changed your identity. Now the better version has become the expected version. That is when a luxury becomes a baseline. And baselines are expensive because they repeat. A one-time treat is not the problem. A repeated baseline is the problem. A fancy coffee once a month is a treat. A fancy coffee every stressful morning becomes a system. A premium app for a real project can be useful. 5 premium apps for vague improvement can become clutter. A better chair for daily pain can be wise. Replacing half the room because the chair looks too good can become drift. Not disaster. Not failure. Not stupidity. Just drift. Your life slowly moves toward a higher cost without a clear decision. You never sat down and chose the whole package. You chose one small piece. Then another piece followed. Then the old environment looked out of place. Then the new environment asked for more. This is how upgrades travel in groups. A better apartment changes the furniture standard. A better wardrobe changes the laundry standard. A better phone changes the accessory standard. A better hobby changes the gear standard. A better routine changes the subscription standard. One item opens a category. The category opens a lifestyle. The lifestyle opens monthly costs. And the monthly costs quietly reduce your options. This is why the question should not be, can I afford this? That question is too small. A better question is, what will this make normal? Because the first payment is not the full cost. The full cost includes the new standard it creates. It includes the follow-up purchases. It includes the maintenance. It includes the emotional pressure to keep the upgraded identity. It includes the future discomfort of going back. For example, imagine someone upgrades their workspace. The old desk is plain. The chair is worn. The lamp is cheap. The room is not beautiful. Then they buy one high-quality chair. That may be a good decision. But now the desk looks wrong. So they replace it. Then the lamp feels wrong. So they replace it. Then the wall feels empty. So they buy art. Then the camera angle looks bad. So they buy lighting. Then the microphone seems necessary. Then the cable management needs fixing. Then the entire room becomes a project. The original problem was back pain, but the final project became identity repair. The body needed support. The self-image wanted a new environment. Both needs can feel real, but only one was the original problem. If you do not separate them, the budget cannot defend itself. The same thing happens with digital life. You download a free app. It helps a little. Then the free version feels limited. So you try premium. It is only a few dollars. Then another app promises better focus. Another promises better planning. Another promises better sleep. Another promises better money habits. Another promises better creativity. Soon, your phone is full of self-improvement tools. But your day still feels scattered. Now you are paying subscriptions to manage a life that still feels unmanaged. That is not because tools are useless. Some tools are excellent. But tools become expensive when they replace clarity. A calendar cannot decide your priorities. A budgeting app cannot choose your values. A productivity app cannot create energy from exhaustion. A sleep app cannot fix a schedule you refuse to protect. The upgrade helps only when the underlying behavior changes. Otherwise, it becomes decoration for the same pattern. This is the uncomfortable part. Sometimes the cheaper solution is not glamorous. It is sleep. It is saying no. It is canceling a plan. It is deleting an app. It is using what you already have. It is cleaning the room instead of redesigning it. It is repairing the chair instead of replacing the whole setup. It is making coffee at home 3 days a week. It is admitting that discomfort is not always a purchasing problem. That does not sound exciting, but it can be powerful. Because money grows when boring decisions repeat, and money disappears the same way. Not through drama, through repetition. A tiny upgrade repeated often becomes a large financial identity. This is why income alone does not save people. A higher income can help. But if every raise becomes a lifestyle expansion, the pressure stays. You earn more. Then you move better. Then you dress better. Then you eat better. Then you subscribe better. Then you travel better. Then you expect better. The goal is not to reject every upgrade. The goal is to choose upgrades consciously. A good upgrade should pass a few quiet tests. Does it solve a real repeated problem? Will it still matter after 30 days? Does it create new costs around it? Does it replace a need or decorate an insecurity? Can I afford the object and the baseline it creates? Would I still want it if nobody saw it? That last question is especially useful. Many upgrades are not for use. They are for proof. Proof that you are improving. Proof that you are not falling behind. Proof that you have taste. Proof that you deserve comfort. Proof that your life is moving forward. But proof is an expensive thing to buy because it expires quickly. The moment you prove one level, another level appears. The better chair proves one thing. Then the better room must prove the next. Then the better apartment must prove the next. Then the better lifestyle must prove the next. There is no finish line when the goal is proof. That is why the upgraded life can feel strangely unfinished. Everything is better than before. But somehow, it still does not feel enough. The target keeps moving, and when the target moves, spending feels like catching up. Not improving. Catching up. That feeling is dangerous because it has urgency. You are not choosing calmly. You are responding to pressure. Pressure from comparison. Pressure from online rooms. Pressure from lifestyle videos. Pressure from people who show polished results but hide messy costs. Pressure from your own idea of who you should be by now. None of this means you should blame yourself. Modern life is designed to make upgrades feel normal. Every product has a better tier. Every service has a premium plan. Every room has an aesthetic upgrade. Every hobby has beginner gear, advanced gear, and dream gear. Every phone has a newer phone. Every normal choice has a more optimized version. The ladder never ends. And the easiest step is always just one step higher. That is how tiny upgrades win. They do not ask you to change your whole life today. They ask for one small yes. Then they ask again later. Then the new version feels natural. Then the old version feels uncomfortable. This is why awareness matters more than guilt. Guilt makes people swing between spending and punishment. Awareness makes people see the mechanism. You do not need to hate upgrades. You need to know when an upgrade is quietly hiring your future income. Because every recurring cost is a small employee. It shows up every month. It collects payment. It may provide value. Or it may just stand there because you forgot to fire it. A subscription is not just a purchase. It is a permission slip for money to leave later. A lifestyle habit is not just a moment. It is a vote for what your future month must support. A baseline is not just comfort. It is a rule your budget must obey. So the real question becomes simple. What rules have you accidentally created? Maybe take one ordinary week. Do not judge it. Just notice it. Notice the coffees. Notice the delivery meals. Notice the app renewals. Notice the little convenience fees. Notice the upgraded versions you now choose automatically. Notice the things you once considered special, but now treat as basic. That is where the pattern becomes visible. Not in your biggest purchase. In your automatic ones. The automatic upgrade is the most powerful upgrade. It bypasses thought. It becomes part of the scenery. You do not feel like you are choosing it anymore. You feel like this is just how life costs now. But many normal costs were once decisions. And decisions can be redesigned. Not all at once. Not with shame. Not with extreme rules. Just with clear attention. You can keep the upgrades that truly support you. You can pause the ones that only perform identity. You can cancel the tools that create more management than value. You can return some comforts to special status. You can let simple things feel acceptable again. That last part is underrated. Financial freedom is not only earning more, it is also being able to enjoy enough. Enough is not failure. Enough is not laziness. Enough is not falling behind. Enough is a boundary. It tells the upgrade machine where to stop. Without enough, every improvement becomes temporary. With enough, an upgrade must earn its place. This does not make life smaller. It makes life clearer. Because when you stop upgrading everything, you can upgrade the right things better. You can spend on what actually reduces pain. You can invest in what actually saves time. You can buy quality where quality matters. You can ignore premium where premium is just packaging. You can protect money for choices, not appearances. That is the real luxury. Not always having the better version. Having the freedom to choose the simpler version without feeling smaller. Having the space to say, this is good enough. Having the confidence to keep something old because it still works. Having the patience to wait before turning discomfort into spending. Knowing which upgrades improve life. And which ones only raise the cost of being you. Maybe you are not going broke because of one big decision. Maybe your money is being drained by hundreds of tiny upgrades. Maybe the danger is not the better chair. Maybe it is the life that starts forming around the chair. The better coffee, the better room, the better app, the better phone, the better version of everything, until normal life becomes too expensive to maintain. So the next time an upgrade looks harmless, slow down. Do not ask only whether it is nice. Ask what it will make normal. Ask what it will invite next. Ask whether it solves a problem, or just soothes a feeling. Ask whether the simpler version is still allowed. Because the strongest financial move is not rejecting every comfort. It is refusing to let every comfort become a requirement. That is how you protect your money. That is how you protect your options. And maybe that is how you protect your peace.